Hello, everyone. Hello. Good evening. Welcome to the Healing Truth channel. Good evening. I, you know what? I'm sorry that I'm laughing because it's really not funny. It really isn't. And I pray that, that everyone is okay. But I started filming this video and all I could hear is yelling and screaming in the background and a car like zooming behind me. And there was this young lady on the hood of a car screaming and yelling help. And it just don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Pure foolishness. They speeding all around the apartment complex parking lot. She's on the car like she's Superwoman, swinging from side to side, yelling stop. He's speeding. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I pray that everyone is okay. I had to get that out because I just when you think you've seen it all, it's always something new. That was just something I had to share. So you guys, you understand. It's some things are just, you got to leave it to God. I can't even explain what I just witnessed. So it just kind of threw me off. So anyway, this evening, this is going to be a really quick video. Like I stated, I started it. I was in the midst of the video. Then all of a sudden that went behind me, and it was just, I was concerned about the young lady. I'm not even gonna lie. I was pretty concerned about her, but I guess everything is okay. He ended up speeding up out of here without her on the hood of the car. So I hope she is all right. Man, it just don't make sense. But really quickly, I just wanted to talk about the mask mandate, how they lifted the mask mandate in most of the states and areas, certain states and things. From what I've learned, it's kind of important to really pay attention to what's going on. And I feel for a lot of us who are in the knowing and the awakening, we can understand what their plot and plan is. We have to stop supporting certain things. And I feel like the more of us as a collective come together and stop supporting certain things, then they'll stop acting like clowns, and a lot of that, what is just some of the things that it's like a lot of these demons, they feed off of energy. A lot of these low vibrational beings, they feed off of energy, so they, people that don't really want to disconnect from the matrix have a tendency to follow and fall into their traps. And I kind of feel like with a lot of us who are on the awakening, it's so important to stand in our truth, stand in what you believe, despite what they think or what they say. The more people that stop feeding into this nonsense, they'll find something else. We just have to keep standing in our truth, standing in our knowing. We're not falling for that. Stop feeding it. And what I mean by that is everything that we see on TV, people, I don't know. I just feel like some things, I don't really get wrapped up in a lot because I know that this world is staged. I know certain things are being done to push certain agendas and make people think certain way. I'm not a type of person that's really into division and, wanting other people to feel bad. I'm on more of a level of enlightening my people. And I mean African Americans, African indigenous people. And I feel that's something that is from my heart. I feel like that's something important. I feel like it's really important for us to start really, really waking up because we are in a time now where we can step out of the mindset that we've been put in, the narrative that's been put on us. And the only way a lot of us, just like, I'm not even going to say it because it could have been anybody, but, just a lot of the things that we do and that has been done to us. We have to now get to the point where we learn how to let those things go. Don't dwell on those things, but focus on the things that's going to empower the generation, the future ahead. We can't sit up and keep worrying about all the things that was done to us from slavery and things like that. It's all about educating yourself. It's all about following the guiding principles of living. It's the Ma'at. It's basically, you don't have to hate other races of people, because I'm not a believer of sitting up just calling every other race of people that because their ancestors have a negative history of the things. That's up to God and the universe to take care of. That's something that they have to deal with. If people are still negative and racist, because we have to understand racism is bad as people don't want to acknowledge it. Racism is never going to go anywhere, because you're always going to have some people who don't like a certain race of people because of who they are or their color of their skin. We can't act like it don't exist, but people are not as blunt with it anymore. You know, a lot of people aren't as blunt with it anymore. So we can't change everybody's mind. We can't make people feel a certain way because it's just the way it is. You even have some black people that don't care for white people or other races of people. You have white people don't care for black people. You have Chinese people don't like black people or white people. You know, it's in every race, you know. So are we going to focus on that, or are we going to focus on the majority of people who trying to change? Because a lot of us have been brainwashed. Racism didn't exist. That was something that was programmed. You got to understand where a lot of this come from too. A lot of this stuff was put together by knowledge, masonry. It's control narratives. People did not acknowledge that, but then when it did happen, that's where they was able to gain control. The colonizers, you know, the white races that was able to overpower the Asian race. And I'm not talking about the Asian people when y'all think Chinese and all that. I'm talking about the people that you guys don't really recognize as the Asians. The Asians. It's like the people that came into Egypt and conquered it before, when it was Black Egypt, Black Kemet, before it was taken over. It was originally Black Egypt. Everything was black. Then it was taken over. So the people that they keep showing you now are not the original people of Egypt. Those are the people they consider Asian. That's a whole nother story. Stories for other days, Dr. Moonby would say. I always have to say that because that's her thing, as you know, stories for other days. But what I'm saying with this is, we have to get to a point where we are comfortable with bringing up our past with positivity and love, so that everybody can embrace it. We can't sit up and always throwing racism and everything. That's not how we're going to get things across to people. That's not how we're going to make people understand, because there's a lot of people other races of people who feel bad because of what their ancestors did. We can't control whatever happens, the karma, whatever happens, we can't control that. But what we can control is how we react, changing our mindsets, focusing on our civilizations that we had, and everybody should be able to respect and embrace the changes that we want to make for our people. Sorry guys, I'm in my car. The changes that we want to make for our people, because I feel like there's changes that we should have a right to make when it comes to our people, because it's time for us to learn about who we are, and not just us. Everybody needs to learn the truth. This is something that needs to be put out there, the truth. But put out there in a positive way. Everything ain't always got to be so racist all the time. They that. Because if you think about it, the powers that be don't care about nobody. Them demons, them little beings that's controlling things, they don't care about nobody. The Greys, they don't care what color you are. They did that because it's a mind control thing to cause division. You had the colonizers doing their dirt. You had them doing their dirt back in the day. You know, the slavery, the taking over, destroying civilizations and stuff like that. So now we're in a time that it's time for change. We can talk about those things, but we can also make it a positive. We can talk about ways to rebuild. We could talk about ways that talk about it in a way where it makes everybody want to become a part of it. Not just where, we making everybody else constantly feel bad because of what we went through. Because that's not, you can catch more flies with honey than you can with vinegar. And the thing about that is, it's so important now for us to focus on that. It's all about love. It's all about love the right way. Because if everybody can come together as a collective and say, okay, this was we need to get the truth out. And that's even with this educational system. When are y'all going to work on trying to change and put the truth in these schools? I mean, our kids still going to these schools and not even knowing the truth of who they are. Every continent, every country has original black people there, and they don't talk about them. You always see the lighter race people. I'm just being honest, because these are things that's covered up. In order for us to move forward, everybody have to speak on it, not just one race of people. But for the other races of people, it's time for y'all to start stepping up and speaking on the truth and allowing this truth to happen. We've been catering to a lot for a long time for other races. And for us black people, it's time for us to be able to talk about these things without making everything so racist. Like blaming everybody now. Because at the end of the day, all of us are tired. I think a lot of racism, I think it's more people wanting to come together more than it's ever been, more than none. I think it's more people now that wants to come together and change things for the better than it was before. I don't even know how I want to say it. There's more people that want to change than people that don't want to change. That's what I wanted to say. So there's more people that want to change for the better in this world than people that don't. You don't really have that many people who now, because everybody's tired. All families, everybody's hurting. Everybody's tired. You getting fearmonger with the mask mandate. Now with the mask mandate with the COVID. You know what I'm saying? The nano. Let's just they probably gonna do something to my video, but with the. I mean, it is the truth, the nano, that's what they putting in people, why you think they got all these put up, because of that. A lot of people are being affected from that. We got to start understanding that it's us against them. It's not just black and white. It's us against them. And that's everybody against these evil spirits. These entities, these people that has been running things so wickedly with the little bit of knowledge that they had, how they changed things so much to turn this world upside down, have people against each other, having people not wanting to learn and understand about, because I feel it's time now for a lot of races of people to really understand who we are, because we've been getting looked at real crazy for a very long time, like we're nothing. Like we're just straight from Africa running around in the bushes with spears. Some of our ancestors did. Oh well, but that didn't make them say that they wasn't intelligent, because we had kings and there was kings, queens. We had civilizations. We built empires. We built these pyramids all over this state, over this world. That's a lot of things that is covered up. A lot of us have to start, and this is for my black people, my African Americans, and my Africans. Stop putting your kids in these schools when they're not being taught what they should. Start protest, start saying things like, okay, when are you guys going to start talking about this, and this? Get those books, give them to these superintendents and things. Go to the head of these schools and stuff, and go to the board meetings and things. Start bringing this stuff up about how you want your children to learn. It's important right now. It's very important for us to instill that in our children. It really is. I wish I had done all of this when my kids were young, because there's a lot that needs to be taught to a lot of people. Everybody needs to know the truth. Everybody. Once we learn about each other, we can love each other even more and respect each other. The respect is a must. And that's important. I just want to come through with this video really quick, guys. It's late. My daughter is here, so we about to watch us a movie, and I'm kind of tired today. I had a great day. It was such a beautiful day. It was like 81 degrees. We needed this weather. It was good to get out in some sun and get out in nature, man. There's no better feeling. But I just really hope that person was okay that was hanging on that car, screaming her brains out and swinging from side to side, and he's zooming. Man, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Anyway, you guys have a beautiful night. Remember, always stay grounded in your purpose. Life balance lives within you. I pray that you continue to love yourself. If you are in a dark place, know that you can come out of it. Forgive yourself, love yourself. Understand everybody makes mistakes. Make sure, especially for a lot of my mothers, love yourself. It's okay to be alone. Love yourself until you can find somebody that's going to love you, especially when you have children. God created somebody for everybody. That's how the Most High God created us. Love yourself. Whatever your struggles are, you can get through it. Love yourself. You can do it. Find you a support system. Find someone you can talk to, because it's so important for some people to have that. So thank you guys for tuning in. I love you guys. Keep up all the beautiful work. All you beautiful people out there. Thankful. I'm thankful. I'm truly grateful. We always have to be thankful and grateful for the little things we have in life, because it's always somebody in a worse situation. When you think about you want to complain about something, think about somebody who's probably worse off than you. So thank you guys. I love you. You have a wonderful night.